I'm Kevin Kaufman with Kaufman and McPherson, and one of the questions that I often get is, do I even need to hire a lawyer for my injury claim? Well, the short answer is usually, but not always. But having said that, it's usually a pretty good idea to call and talk with one of us about your case. The reason for this is, well, there are several reasons. One of those is that when we talk with you, if we feel like you'd be better off resolving the case on your own, we'll tell you that. You will have some questions answered during the course of that conversation, and you will go on from there better prepared than you would have otherwise. The second reason why it's good to talk to us is a lot of times there are things going on in the background that you may not be aware of that will make you realize the benefit that you could have by having counsel. Some of these things are discussed in other videos on our website, so you can feel free to go look at those videos there on our YouTube channel, but let me talk about a few of those just very briefly with you. One of the issues is how cases are valued. You may think that the insurance company is going to look at what's fair in determining how to value your case, but that's not really their principal motivation. In most cases, they're looking at two things. One is, how do I best protect my insured from this liability claim? And second, how can I do that with the least expenditure of funds to protect the business? So you notice you don't come into that equation any place, and that's an important consideration to have. If you attempt to resolve a case without an attorney, unfortunately, the threat of litigation is sort of an empty threat, and it's that threat that makes the insurance company step up to the plate. The second thing that often surprises people is to learn that the at-fault party's insurance company is not going to pay your medical bills as you incur them. Instead, they will be paying a negotiated rate or a verdict at the end of the case. So in the meantime, you have to figure out what to do about your medical bills. If you don't have any health insurance, we have to figure out how to get you treated until we can get the case resolved for you. If you're fortunate enough to have more than one potential source of recovery, we need to look at which way is going to give you the best net result in the end. Many people don't realize this either, but if your health insurance, Medicare, Medicaid, if they pay some of your bills, there are varying rates of reimbursement that run the gamut from having to pay back dollar for dollar to, in some circumstances, not having to pay those back at all. But that all has to be dealt with. One of the other issues that I find surprises people the most is that there are even situations where your own insurance company will hire a lawyer for the person that injured you to represent them and defend against your own claim. So this is just a short list. Typically these calls take 20 or 30 minutes or even more. So there are a lot of things you need to be aware of, but it's a good idea to talk to an experienced personal injury lawyer to find out what the best route is for you to take. Call me or one of the other personal injury attorneys here at the firm. We'd be happy to talk to you about your case without any further obligation.